get ready with me to go to a Madoka Magica photo shoot. This is kind of going to be a makeup tutorial as well. First I moisturize and then prime my face with the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer. Then I'm moving on to concealing my face with the SEM concealer, concealing my acne spots, and using the green to kind of tone down the redness around my nose and like in between my eyes for me. I personally leave the acne spots unblended so it can have maximum coverage. Then I will use the white foundation and my regular foundation to create a lighter base. I kind of mixed it a little too light here, so that's me just realizing how light it was, but that's okay. Then I'll use a contour stick to contour my nose and around my eye. Then I'll use a contour powder to just go in and blend that around my nose as well. I want to use a cool tone contour shade as well. This was from Etude House. Next, I'm going in and contouring the sides of my face and my jawline with the same contour powder. I'm using both shades. And you kind of want to do a sweeping motion like diagonally across your face. I have a lot of like cheek fat on the bottom, so I focus there. Then I'll use the eyelid primer from Urban Decay and then go in with some eyeshadow from Roman to kind of set the base. And I kind of make like a raccoon shape that's like downwards because Madoka's a little bit more like innocent. Then I'll use a Sephora just cream brown eyeliner to guide make a guideline for my eyes. And I'll use a liquid liner to make the underliner. It's more, I like doing like a very Doyen cosplay makeup. So this is, it looks crazy now, but it'll make sense. Then I use a stronger brown to kind of define my like nose bridge contour. It looks crazy now, but it'll make sense. I'm going to use a very pink shade as well for eyeshadow here. And I like going over and under all around the eye. Then I'll use a darker brown as well to start making the outline for the aegyo. This one, you want to go further down than you'd think. Like it's gonna feel like you're in the middle of your cheek, but that's where it's supposed to be. I'm using these anime style eyelashes with my Kiss eyelash glue. I never get it right on the first try, honestly. And now I'll fill in the gap between my actual lashes and my falsies so that there's no like space there. I'll draw in a wing. And then I personally use a pink lip liner to kind of go over that underline and inside between that space. I'll use the Can Make, I think it's an aegyo maker, to kind of define my double eyelid crease. And then use a dark brown powder again just to define that contour a little bit more. I'm using the Can Make aegyo maker again just to define the under aegyo. This is my favorite part. This is where it really pops. I like to use a very light concealer to highlight the aegyo and then kind of highlight into going into like the nose bridge contour and right under my eyelid crease. This makes all the lines very like crisp and it gives it a lot more definition as well. Then I'm using this like maroon shade from my Can Make palette to put some color under the aegyo as well. I'm using the NYX Bright, I forget what it's called, but it's like a shimmer, liquid shimmer, and I put it in the inner corner and in the beginning of the aegyo to really pop the eyes. Then I'm gonna use a NYX like face paint to mix pink and paint the eyebrows in. This helps make it more vibrant in my opinion. Make sure that's even. Going back in with like a highlighting color and putting that on the aegyo and using a Can Make glitter to define the highlight a little bit more as well. And then putting some glitter on from the Roman palette as well. Next is, I love this part, it just brings everything together, drawing the bottom lashes. This takes a lot of practice, but it's so worth learning. And I'll use a white one to kind of go over and give it a more drawn effect. Next is the lip makeup. I use a dark brown eyeshadow to elongate my lips and give it a more upturned look. So I'm drawing like little triangles at the corner of my mouth. It's just like a lip contour stick from Etude House again, and I'm using a very neutral matte lip to give it a very even base. I'll use a very dark or strong color, kind of blend it out and give it more dimension and make it look very anime-esque. Next, I'm going in with the blush, putting it right under my eye and on my nose a bit, just to give it a very youthful appearance. After that, I'll go in with some finishing powder, this one's from Can Make as well, to set everything in place and give it a very airbrush look. I'll use some highlighter, highlight my nose bridge and the tip of my nose, and going in back in with that Can Make glitter to give it more definition as well. Then I'll use my favorite all-nighter Urban Decay spray. I do 2 layers, and then I focus on the eyes in the second part to make it more locked in. And then I'll contour my chin a bit, so that the angles, all angles are kind of flattering. And I put on my wig cap, and then I would be ready to go to put on my wig. Here is the final finished look. And I'll be putting on my wig and my cosplay in the next part.